hello, collectors. Here we are again, back at the DCT. I think we're, what are we, number 180 of?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
180 somehow,
180,
yeah.
and I feel a presence next to me. Who could that be? Ah, it's Barry Smith. And who's this little guy here?
It's Furman! Remember me?
Furman, yeah, remember Furman, guys?
It's the famous Thomas Whitman! And, look! They're so cool!
Yeah. Can't do a video without Furman, at least if Barry's here, anyhow. For some reason, Furman can't do it without you. Why would that be? I don't know what it is.
It's a secret.
It's
company
a secret.
secret.
Company secret, yeah. So Barry's going to show us a few things in a little while, and you know how you guys all like these things that he shows with all his research, so I'm sure that you'll enjoy that when we get to it. But I got a couple things first that I just want to take a minute.
Well, we're doing it on Monday today too, so that's where
Oh yeah, that's yeah. The problem was Marie and I had a big party for my brother-in-law and sister-in-law for their 60th wedding anniversary. Can you imagine being married that long? Isn't that amazing? And then to live that long to enjoy it too. And they invited about 50 80-year-olds here, and it was half inside and half outside, and we had good weather, but the only problem with it when you're having a party with 80-year-olds, the ambulance was here twice.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Did they take them away, or they?
The first person, he fell down the steps and cut himself
man,
up.
terrible.
And, I don't know how it happened. There's railings there, and I don't think I gave him too much to drink, but I don't know. And then another guy thought he was having a heart attack. He didn't feel right, and so we called 911, and there's the ambulance again out front of our house. So. But other than that, we had a good time, and I guess I had too good of a time, and didn't feel like doing the video on Sunday. So I hope you collectors will forgive us that you won't be able to see it till Tuesday, because today's Monday.
Rob and I had an eventful weekend too.
Yes, we did.
We went to see the Phillies on Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Saturday night,
Yep.
and well, they beat the Mets on Friday night. Saturday night they lost, and last night they won.
They won, yeah.
So that they're in first place now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because that was the big series with the New York Mets, and the Phillies and the Mets are at each other's throat
Always,
anyhow.
And we had the best seats
Yeah,
too.
we were in the front row,
Front row.
and I think
Third
there were
base
just
side.
as many Mets fans there as Phillies fans.
Absolutely.
They do get a lot of New Yorkers
Yeah.
come down for the
Yeah.
games. Well, it's only, an hour and a half drive?
Yeah.
Something like that. So, well, you still had fun, though.
Yeah, we went out to dinner to.
Great.
I give them a plug, Scaniccio's.
Yeah, very good.
On Broad Street, outstanding it is.
Really good, yeah.
Best pork chop around.
I know the beer's cheap at the ballpark, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I think it was $17 a can.
17.
Big can, but still.
Yeah,
Well,
big
you-
cans. They were 20 ounces.
I think today you can get a case for that. I mean,
Just
one
about,
beer.
right, yeah.
Wow, that's terrible. Well, let me cut this cigar in half here, and I want to just do a couple of things here, and then we could maybe pour a little champagne-like stuff.
That's
here.
one of the reasons I come here.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's a good thing. All right, I'll light the cigar. You know me, guys. We can't get too far without a cigar lit around here. And this is on kind of a sad note. Probably many of you collectors may have known or dealt with Tony Hicks from England, and I think I've done some deals with him over the years. He was a long-term collector and very knowledgeable guy, and unfortunately he didn't make the battle with the big C. So Tony will be missed, and his friend Stephen Meller asked me if I would say a few words. So did you know Tony Hicks
I
at all?
didn't,
Don't
no.
know that name? No. He was around a long time.
You know how old he was?
I don't know. I think he was probably at the SOS show a couple times or whatever. But anyhow, rest in peace, Tony, and we're sorry to hear that. Seems like so many guys are getting up there that it's every 2 or 3 videos we do, there's somebody else that I keep saying too. At my age anymore, if I want to see it in my friends, I got to take a shovel because it's just it seems crazy. But all right, that's one thing, and a couple other things here. I thought this was interesting. In the last video, we had a WKC first model Luftwaffe that was double stamped.
Yep, I
with
saw
it.
it.
Remember, it was and it was outrageously double stamped.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a little bit. It was like almost two stamps there. And we all made the remark that we all think the Germans were perfect, and they weren't. And being cost conscious, haven't even had a drink yet. I can't pronounce it. They decided to let that blade go through instead of, and it was on a late piece too, so that may have been the reason also. We can't afford to, we don't have any stock. But
And who's ever going to notice?
yeah, who's ever going to notice except us? We'll notice, yeah. So along that same line, I have a friend that's a clock collector. I believe he's in Germany or Austria. Florian, how do you pronounce that? Fuggerman?
Is it F-U-B?
F-U with an umlaut, G-E.
Oh, gee, Fugamon.
Fuggerman. I didn't want to mispronounce your name, Florian, because we get a lot of emails. People say how I abuse the German language, and I know that I do. But what Florian wanted to show us, he has he's got a lot of naval clocks. He specializes in naval ship clocks, and he had this particular piece here. This is an imperial clock that's stamped with or not stamped, but engraved with the crown and the marine and the maker here. And if you look at the serial number of the clock, it started out as 1010, and then I remembered it was supposed to be 1010. So they crossed off the O and put a 1 above it. There's an enlargement of that, and just sent it out that way. Now, maybe this was at the end of the World War I too, where they just didn't want to, but...
Wonder if they docked his pay.
Yeah, I don't know, but that to me is really a blatant thing. But yet, I think these clock faces were very expensive to do.
That's
and
probably what it was,
hand worked.
It's probably just put the 1 above it, then get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's about it, yeah. And then in the same vein, here's a Third Reich period naval face that if you look at it real closely, it's number 70008. But when you look at a close-up of it, you can see that this was originally a 3, and they changed it into an 8.
It's a double stamp on the whole number.
Yeah.
It was 7003 first, then they hit it again at 7008.
So, I just thought that was interesting. Herr Flugerman probably saw that video last week, and he thought he would show some of it from his experience. So there you go.
I didn't know Germans made mistakes.
We're also happy with Barry here. He dragged along his mother, but from what I understand, she insisted on coming. So,
Just to see Tom.
Oh, what a dirty trick that was.
This is Mom. Mom is 86.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine that? And she just had one of those open heart surgery things, And,
The zipper club.
Zipper club, yeah. And at that age, too. And I heard that she wanted to have some implants done while she was at it, and the doctor forgot, right?
That's right.
She's going to sue him.
She's going to sue him, yeah.
Great doctor.
So, I don't even really know your name. I call you Mom all the time.
That's
but
right.
That's good enough, isn't
Tell
it?
him your name.
Virginia Smith.
Virginia.
Virginia is what my
I
father
like
would
your
say.
derby, too. That looks
I
pretty
thought
good.
you might have your eyes on it, so I have to be careful.
I have one,
I know.
oh, that's right. You gave it to me.
Yeah.
Well, that one's in nice shape, though.
I know, but it's not as, I don't,
No, it's
somehow
nice.
I don't think it was as good as the one you have.
It's not as
But it's-
old as mine.
no, not as
I
old,
think
right.
mine's goes back to the 18s.
And
you know?
old's always better.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they wore these into
But
the
these
30s.
are cute,
you
aren't
know.
they? I
Oh,
can
look
wear it,
great.
right.
Yeah, you could wear it. You
Right.
are wearing it. It looks good.
Thank you.
So we're happy to have Mom with us, too. It's not her first time here, so
No.
she knows her way around.
How's about a drink?
Okay.
Yeah, when are we going to have a drink? That's
great.
what I want to know. You're going to have
Since the
something,
Phillies
Mom?
won
I'm
the
gonna
Mets
have
series,
little.
we're going to have a little champagne.
There you go.
So this is a shout out to our Italian friends. We're going to have, well, it's not champagne, it's Prosecco.
That's good enough. Close
Yeah.
enough.
If I can open it.
How about you, Furman? You want a drink?
Sure.
This is my new baby.
Yeah, Furman.
What a good time we've had.
Yeah. Furman, did we introduce Furman? We did, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If we didn't, I'm sure he would have opened his mouth to let us know.
I'm sure.
You think you're able to do that without your girlfriend, Barry? I don't know.
Yeah, I should have had her come.
Yeah, we do miss her.
Yeah.
This
But it's
last minute thing.
103 degrees here in New Jersey
Oh, it's
today.
cooking.
And
Yeah, and humidity like you can't believe. You walk outside, you feel like you're in the middle of one of my sweatshirts. It's terrible.
Here we go.
So we're happy to be in Tom's basement today.
Yeah, it's cool down here.
Here we go.
Going to get wet in a minute too, I think. Ooh, hey, great,
job.
good job.
Oh,
Not
but
my
no,
first.
Not your
rodeo,
first
believe
one,
me.
No, that's good.
You should have used an army officer sword, Bear. Cut that cut that baby
cut
off.
it right off, yeah. Now let's see. I'm going to have some. And Mom wants some. You want
Just
some,
a
Mom?
Nah, I want a regular.
Your regular,
Yeah.
just booze?
No
Yeah.
champagne or no Prosecco? for
Nah,
you?
let's
No?
stick with the stuff.
This is my glass.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a long video. I
You
better
just
just
don't
stay
give me
on
much.
stay in one lane.
Yeah.
It's funny. Thank you.
That's all for Mom?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I'm drinking another type
All right.
called a claw.
A claw.
White Claw.
A white claw.
Okay. All right, here's to video number
180.
180. I hope
180.
I hope you collectors
bless.
enjoy it, and you have to put up with us a little bit before we start with the main stuff, so that's all right.
Here's to you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
to you all.
Good stuff.
I love it.
It's still champagne, it's just not
Good.
called that because it's not made in the Champagne
That's right,
area,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Other than that, it's...
The booze is the only thing
You know what I like about it?
you can
What's-
predict in this video.
Yeah, I like it when it's dry too. Yeah. So shout out to our Italian collector friends. I'm sure you have some, right?
Yes. We have a lot of Italian collectors, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we got a lot of Italian descendant collectors.
That's for sure.
In America too.
Yeah.
They made their place.
They did.
They certainly did. So here we go. I guess we're going to start with. Let's see. What are we going to start with, Ob?
A drink for Rob. How about that?
Oh! I was wondering what he.
Something was wrong, that's for sure.
A drink for Rob. Can you imagine that? And he didn't say anything? Boy. All right, we'll fix you up, Bob.
Let's stick that puppet on you.
It's not a puppet, it's Furman.
Furman.
Puppet. You like being called a puppet?
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
We gotta get him a little Anybody who calls me a puppet, I'm gonna call him a dummy. Dummy, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I could have called you a dummy. Why don't you get him a drink too, Dad?
Think Furman needs a drink?
Oh yeah, he needs a
Let
drink.
Furman give him a little shout out too.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. A little shout out to Mr. John Lawson, who runs the Allentown Gun Show.
I know John Lawson Furman.
He's a good guy. He's a good man. A Vietnam veteran.
He is a good man.
He was in the bush, he told me.
He's in the bush. Well, I don't know what that means.
I think John's on the wall somewhere behind you, isn't he?
I think so. John was responsible for giving us this nice
Yeah, I
trophy
remember. Yeah,
from the,
DTC 100.
yeah, people from Allentown.
Okay. Thanks for the drink, Pop.
Oh, you're welcome, Mom. I'm
Anything,
sorry I forgot you. And also, Furman wanted a drink too.
Yeah, I got me some Prosecco.
Yeah, Furman.
Prosecco and Nazi daggers. Let's go, Tom.
Okay, we're ready to go finally now. All right, guys, we'll start out. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit. Oh, I can't. There's too many boxes there. But all right, we're going to start out with some stuff that came in earlier in the week, and I haven't really looked at this stuff per se, other than I don't know, but I don't even know what it is. So we'll see. And if I seem like I don't know what it is, you probably will. So
We'll see.
you can help me with it, okay? Because I don't. Sometimes, you know, daggers, yeah, I know, but some of this other stuff. And you always seem to know what it is too when I don't, so we'll see here. This will be a big help for me. Alright, I'll start with this item here. Well, that's Imperial, and I think it's a cartridge. That's pretty nice.
Cartouche?
Cartouche, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that opens up, and you keep your cartridges in there, and I think they did hook to a belt or
That's
something,
right.
wasn't that? Yeah, there's still a loop there.
Yeah, it's in good shape. Let me
That's
see.
in really good shape, yeah, for the period.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
so I
Yeah.
think that's the first leather one I've seen.
Yeah. A lot of times from being opened and closed so many times
you
they
think
break
the flap will
off.
just fall off.
Yeah.
But the insignia on it is outstanding. Really nice.
And this, oh, well, here we go. This is something in the same nature.
Yeah.
What is that? I guess it's Prussian. I guess it must be Prussian.
that's
Yeah, it's
Prussian,
Prussian, yeah. That's a very nice item. Oh, it's all velvet here.
That's even higher end than the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's boy, all brass mounts, and yeah, that's a pretty nice item. And
Condition's great on
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
see if there's anything more like that. There's something else that looks similar, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Well, this one is Austrian, I think, with the double eagle heads.
Not real familiar with
It's
Imperial.
it's not Russian, or it would have
Yeah.
the Saint Christopher killing the.
And I know the Poles also had the double-headed eagle too.
That's true, but I'm pretty sure that's Austrian, and that's a real fancy one there. Oh, look how that all.
Can I see the
opens.
front
Yeah.
again, Dave,
Yeah.
real fast? Yeah.
Completely intact. Really.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, with a flip up switch on it with the little leather. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, and this goes back to probably 1900 or earlier, I would think.
Can I see the side panels on it too? They look like
Yeah,
very
they're pretty
ornate.
jazzy
Yeah.
there, aren't they?
Well, I said ornate, you say jazzy.
Yeah. Well, jazzy is probably not the correct word for when we're discussing antiques, but
Okay.
it looks pretty good.
Well, those are really nice things.
Yeah, I think they are. They're great things, you know, when you're displaying a lot of stuff and you have something around from the round period, main period, that looks good with it. Let's see what else we got here. Well, this, ooh, wow, this is something. Boy, it's real too. Look at that, man. It's an SS pennant. The original string is gone from the hoist on it, but it's yeah, this is all hand done. With the celluloid is still intact. It's a little yellowy from years.
That's what you
but,
want to see, though.
Yeah, but this would have been the kind of thing. It could have been flown on a tank. Could have been flown on a motorcycle, I guess.
Yeah, it's a
too.
car. It's a
Automobile.
car
Car.
pennant.
Automobile.
Yeah, it's a car
car
pennant.
pennant, probably.
Yeah, it probably is a car pennant more than anything else, but that's a very rare item and an original. So these kind of things we don't see much.
No, like
know.
you said, it's amazing the celluloid's still
Yeah,
100%.
but you can see the
intact.
celluloid's very old.
Yeah.
It's,
I just want to get in on the stitching.
I mean, I think that's something that SS guys would really,
Sure,
really
yeah.
like.
Cool.
Get that up?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see, we'll just put that here for a moment. What else is in this box? Looks like a couple of pull tops here. Now this is a veterans, and it's funny. We've had a few of these, and it seems like they painted this all the time. The first time I saw one of these, I thought, oh, you know, that couldn't be, you know, somebody repainted. But that's the way they all seem to look. You ever notice that with them? It's
Yeah, all
I mean,
hand painted.
it's hand painted. It's even a little crude, but that's what they were. So this would have been a pole top from one of the Third Reich organizations, because it has the suos on it and the Iron Cross in the center. And here's a real beauty.
Yeah.
Just hold on a minute.
Wow, that's nice. Ooh.
Yeah, it's got the Imperial Cross on top of a swastika too. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's right. Yeah, veterans, because a lot of veterans went back to that time. So this one is strictly Imperial. It's solid brass, and it has the Prussian crown on the top, and then the Kaiser Wilhelm cipher there. I don't remember ever having one like that. You ever seen
I've
one like
never
that?
seen one. No,
I
that's
think
great.
that's kind of a rare
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
And it's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, if I collected Imperial items, I'd have to have that. It's
Yeah,
nice,
that's
really.
I wonder if they did that on purpose, where they with the bent crown on top,
I
just like
think
the
they
Navy
did.
daggers.
I think they did. They did. But those are nice, and we have a number of people that like pole tops. You know, a lot of them they'll make some kind of a base and put pinions up so they can just display all of them, and they really look good. But I think when you look at the two, the quality of the Imperial
It's much
is
better.
much far superior than the Nazi period, and you'll find that on most Imperial things. That the guy cut it right off the wood shaft.
Oh yeah, look at
The
that.
wood's still in there. Well, if somebody makes a pedestal to display
Yeah.
it, they'll have to drill a hole in there to get that out.
Let's see if there's any markings on this.
Sometimes there will be, but with vet organizations, there's no RZM involved, so
Right.
you're not going to.
Yep, I don't see anything.
No. So that's
Are these from the same collector?
same group here, yeah, yeah, yep, same group. And I don't want to mess up this SS pennant. Put that over here on Bob's pocketbook. I'll be safe there. And, let's see what else we got here. Looks like a couple of belts. Oh my. It's forestry, isn't it?
I always mix them up, forestry or justice official, but yeah, what was
because
the
of the
green
green,
belt is gonna be
it's probably
forestry.
forestry.
Yeah,
Boy, this is a beautiful thing. I don't want to take all the rubber bands off, but the inside is all lined with green felt, and it
Yeah.
looks mint, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Yeah, it looks mint. And that buckle is quite beautiful. It's all aluminum. There's the little Asman mark there. These are two-piece construction,
Well, I can tell you this belt is worth just as much, if not more, than the buckle. I've had a lot of these over the years, and they're usually on a bullion belt.
Yeah,
I've never seen a leather.
that's real, and
No,
it's the
that's-
same green as
Yeah.
the forestry.
Let me see
would
if I can
wear.
get some shots of the interior. Yeah, that's,
it's mint.
that's probably never
Yeah.
issued. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a beautiful thing. I mean, if you're a uniform collector or a belt collector, I mean that.
Yeah.
I
or
would think
forestry
you know,
collector.
That's really.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I like that. And let's see what we got here. Well, this is more common, but then again, the belt is it's all patent leather.
Patent leather, yeah. Which is-
It's got a youth buckle, and look at the condition of the buckle too.
Mhm.
It's really. I've seen a lot of youth belts. I don't remember patent
Patent
leather
leather.
really.
Me
So
either,
you know, maybe this was a higher up kid or something, or his father had more money than the rest of them. I don't know, but see if this is marked on. Oh yeah, there we go. RZM M4-49. That's nice rigging too, isn't it? Yeah.
Good stuff.
I like the way the guy did this with the rubber bands.
Yeah.
That preserves them, and at the same time it presents them nicely, you know. It's a lot better than everybody just rolls them up and then you unroll them and then they're on. You know, it's just, oh, those are a couple of pretty cool things. Wow, good things in this box.
Yeah, so far.
Pretty good. See if there's anything else in there, or whether that's it. I don't know. Something else here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, well, looks like that's an original Portapee. That's a good sign. In fact, it's in beautiful condition. A beautiful set of army straps. Really, really nice. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the old slant grip. And on top of it, it's the bronze earliest vintage fittings that were silver plated. You can on these early ones, they have 14 leaves instead of 12 leaves, and each one is hand enhanced. Can you see that there? How that's all done?
Yeah.
Somebody chiseled that out, and the slant grip was only used real early on. And collectors really love that kind of thing. The scabbard is quite old too.
Named.
Wow, named. Look at that, guys. What is that? Boch?
B-O-C-H. Hey, that's pretty good, Tom.
Boch. Boch. Yeah,
Boch.
not Bach. Boch.
You're probably wrong on both of them.
Probably wrong on both. Yeah.
Let me see that, Dad.
I see the two throat screws are missing, but maybe we can do something with that, although the holes on that look like smaller than usual. Might be some special screws. That's why they're missing. Nobody could find the screws.
Right. What about the Portapee? This looks like a little smaller than usual.
It's just the producer that made it, but it does look like the kind of thing somebody would say, oh, let's put this on a Diplomat.
Diplo, yeah.
But it's not small enough for that, but it's small.
So a Diplo would be even smaller than that.
Yeah, even smaller. And it's got this early eagle. Well, I'm curious who made this this piece. With early things like this, it's really hard to say. That looks like a pack eagle to me, and the bands are pack. See how they have these edges that are more prominent, and you know, that's usually a pack sign. But with early daggers like this, Pack made a lot of the fittings and sold them to other guys that were just getting started too. But well, we'll see. The only way to know, you got to look, I guess. But no, it's Robert Class. But that kind of fits in though. Class would have bought the fittings from Pack. That's a real early Robert Class mark too.
35, 36.
Yeah, probably about 36.
I don't see too many Class armies. They don't have the asterisks on the rings, do they?
No, they wouldn't at that time,
Right.
because they didn't make the dagger. I'll bet. Let's just look if it's loose at all. I don't want to. It's pretty tight. I'm not going to mess it up. But these will usually have a tapered tang that's different from the later tangs and so forth. But this is really a super dagger. And you know, with a dagger, you know this dagger, like you said, is 35 or 36. This Boak was an officer then, so chances are you can find him. And a lot of times these guys, he may have been a lieutenant or a major or something at the time, but you look them up and all of a sudden they're a general at the end of it, you know, because they've been around a long time.
Balk is a pretty unusual name too. When I go home today, I'll look in the 1939 seniority list. And we'll see how many are in there.
Yeah, it's
Is it B-O-C-H? Is there umlauts over the O?
No, just Boak. Yeah, that's pretty nice. in my opinion, the hangers would be of later vintage than the dagger. These, to me, look like later hangers.
He wore them out, so he had to get a new pair.
Well, that may be. And these are still stiff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that's
Let me just see the crossguard again, Dad.
this is a very, very good dagger.
Mhm.
Very good dagger.
Give
And that is an early pack.
Give him a flip.
crossguard. Yeah, I'm happy to see that.
It's a good start.
And you can also easily see too. There's some brass showing through
Mhm, I
on
noticed
the
that,
rim. So it's the
Jumps
initial-
right out at you.
Yeah, and you can just catch the brass on the lines on
Mhm.
the crossguard too. I wonder if the scabbard is actually brass.
Oh.
Sometimes they are, the real early ones. Usually they're dented up because brass is so soft, so this one probably isn't, but we'll tell for sure in a second here. No, it's steel.
Just put fell on that.
No, I keep forgetting to put that tape on the end of this thing.
I keep telling you, Tom.
Oh, Furman, you're right. I don't know why I don't get these things done. You know, how hard is that to put some tape on a magnet, for God's sake? Man. Actually, I don't do it just to irritate everybody. I like that. Oh, you're scratching that up. Okay.
I was going to buy that too.
Yeah, now you can't because I scratched it up on the magnet. Right?
I actually know somebody like that. I won't mention his name, but he's a helmet collector. And if I pick up a helmet, I have to take my ring off. And he'd really like me to wear white gloves too.
Well, I get that comment too. How can you handle those things with your hands? And you're ruining these valuable artifacts. And I guess nobody ever thinks that it was 80 years ago that the war was over, and they've been around here for 80 years, and all these veterans' families, and I'm sure those veterans never touched them without gloves on. Did they? And they still look good. So there you go. All right, that's that box of gems there.
Yeah, it's really good stuff there.
I thought there were some nice things in there. Okay, so so after that box of goodies, which there's kind of some interesting stuff in there.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing what why it comes in here. I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody would be able to tell you what cartridges went in those cartridge pouches
I'll bet
too.
they would. I'll bet they would. Yeah. But Barry's going to show us a few things, I believe.
A few things from my collection, and I've brought a few things that are of interest.
If anybody's interested
yeah,
in them,
it-
all right. We'll give them your phone number.
Okay. So I brought the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to start with the ugly. How's that sound?
Oh, okay.
These came into
Sounds like you're warming up the women here or something. That's why.
These two daggers came into her shop last week, and a woman called and said her husband passed away, unfortunately, and she just opened a storage container. She had a couple of Nazi daggers and some guns. The guns were good, but
What were they? Lugers or P-38s? or-
AK-47.
Oh,
and-
wow.
and,
wow.
Let's see.
Can you buy
there's
that?
M1 carbine. Yeah, we can
You
buy
have the
that.
license for that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
And
And an M1 carbine, that's a great
Now, you're
gun.
not allowed to have them in New
Yeah,
Jersey.
I know,
The
I
good
know.
news is that if we have an FFL, Federal Firearms License, we're allowed to buy them and sell them out of state.
But they have to be sold out of state
Out of state
legally.
to a state where they are legal.
I see. Okay. So what is this? Boy,
You
that's
tell
an
me.
odd looking thing here. Wow, what a crazy looking thing. Well, collectors, I don't know. Furman, what do you got to say about this?
It looks like a real piece of crap, Tom.
Well, it on the surface it may look that way, but it may have some interest to it, though. You know.
I want to know how old you think it is and
It's
Yeah.
where it was made.
Well, let me just look at this first.
an absolute reprint. It's too big even for an RADEM.
Well, collectors, for what it's worth, it's quite heavy, so it's not just made out of wood. I mean, this is a metal piece.
I love the fittings. Oof.
The fittings are, what do they call that, electric pencil or something? That
Falling apart in your hands.
Yeah, the fittings are obviously reproduction, how they got to this age state, I don't know. Whether it was purposeful or it just happened, I don't know. But the scabbard feels like a...
Hey, put some tape on that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, geez, the scabbard is metal, and it's covered with leather. The grain's a bit big for the German period, though. I mean, we wouldn't see grain that large normally. And that hanger, I mean, nobody can say that was made yesterday.
Yeah.
So this woman says her husband brought this back.
No. Her husband was only in his 60s or so. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
He just had it. That's all.
Now, going along here further, we have some grip plates here that I'm going to say they're made out of plastic. You think?
I think they're plastic.
Yeah. And the rivets that held them have pretty much deteriorated. So this has been around a long time.
I think it might have been made in the 60s.
It's
even.
one of those great
What do you think?
60s pieces, yeah.
Let's see what the blade looks like. Wow. Well, it's a little misshapen. It's close, but it's a little misshapen. And the RAD did not put an edge on like that. That's wrong. No. Oh, there we go. We even have the motto, yeah.
It's like it's between the officer
That's
and
right.
the AM, you know?
Yeah. That was certainly done with acid, though. These are kind of curious, these things. I mean, are they just out and out reproductions, or did some factory guys in the 60s, let's make some money off of these GIs that are hanging over here to make sure we're good? And,
Yeah, you being a dagger guy, you probably have never seen one of these, right?
No.
I haven't.
No.
In 51 years
No.
of collecting.
Thank God.
no.
Thank God, right? And I don't want to see another one either.
It is interesting, though. It's not made. It's made pretty
But you're
good.
exactly
Yeah.
right. It's a combination between the RAD officers and
Yeah.
RAD enlisted.
You know what
men
else
fighters.
is curious? You may not have seen this, but there's a small RAD triangular stamp there
Oh, yeah?
to give it legitimacy.
Oh, that's got to be real.
Can you
Sleeve.
see that?
It's just like the 1965 vintage.
However, the RAD stamp, though, is not done
Crisp.
correctly.
No.
So it's but it's there. So we can assume that this piece was made to fool. You know, that. Why else would they put the RAD insignia
I
on
don't know.
there?
I'd say movie prop, but why would they do that? You know, why would they stamp it?
I don't think it's a movie prop, or they wouldn't have done
Yeah,
all that.
right, that's what I'm saying.
It was made to sell to GIs, and yeah, this is a real RAD piece here. Oh,
It
great.
was right after the Atwood book came out. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say to that.
Well, it's going to be for sale.
Yeah, well,
Not for much. Not for much. Oh boy, here we got another good
This-
one here.
This came in with it at the same time.
The same group, huh? Well, the grip. It just when you look at the grip, the eagle looks a bit low.
yeah, but not
Fittings.
It's not crazy.
No, but it's a bit low, and it's very poorly fit.
Yeah, it's very crude.
The SA button is god awful. It's way too big, and I would assume that the fittings are probably reproduction, but they look halfway decent. What is clicking inside here?
Wait till you see the maker on this one.
Probably the ball weight at the end of the scabbard. Oh boy.
And it's got a metal scabbard on it that it doesn't look like paint, though. It looks like it may have been some kind of anodized. I don't know. Alles für Deutschland. Well, collectors, you probably can see the grain is not right either on it. It looks to me like the motto starts a little too soon. Should be up a little bit. Oh, and wow. This is allegedly a Eichhorn transitional piece. maybe they grabbed something out of the Acorn factory, but they did something to it though to make it what they thought was better, and it's not.
You think the blade is good?
Look at the fit in here.
Yeah, terrible.
It's just awful. Yeah. I mean, the etching does look right on the blade, but yet it doesn't look to me right on the other side. But it was probably maybe something that was partially finished that they put into this to.
Mm-hmm.
But collectors, you can see the fit there is just awful. I could take it apart and we could probably see all kinds of stuff inside, but I don't think it's worth the,
not worth the
time to do it.
No.
No. You know what else is interesting? Somebody thought they knew how to put scabbard fittings on the way they should have been originally, but they put the screws for the upper fittings down here instead of up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would say this is it's a parts dagger from early on, is what it is. And the blade probably was some leftover they found. Herr Eichhorn would be rolling around in his grave, though, if he ever saw this.
Yes, he would.
Yeah. Thank you, Barry, but that's awful.
Thank you, Barry. That's awful.
This bayonet literally walked into our shop just before I was coming here. And I don't know what period it is.
Well, it's in the scabbard backwards, but it I don't see any Waffen amps on the...
Yeah, it almost looks imperial.
Is it
but-
Imperial? It's
Yeah, it's
Imperial,
probably
probably.
Imperial,
It's
yeah.
World War One, and
Oh my, and it's a sawback. Oh, it's a hemisphere. Yeah, it's an imperial piece.
with the sawback, is
With
that
the
a
saw-
Pioneer bayonet or?
Well, there's virtually no such thing as a Pioneer bayonet. This was an option you could order, and somehow it got associated with Pioneer, but it could have been anybody if you wanted to pay the extra money. But sawback bayonets, especially K98s, are not common. It's a pretty rare thing. Looks like the throat's missing on it, or is that the way they're? I think the throat's missing.
Oh, the screw is there.
The screw's there, but the
Yeah.
throat itself is not there. Or maybe there never was one.
Yeah, I
but-
don't think there was
I
one.
think it's fine.
Because you can see
Look at the age
there's
on
an
that thing,
insert in there, and
Yeah,
that
it's probably
screw is
alright,
holding it in.
yeah.
And I think this is a Third Reich K98
Yeah,
frog.
yeah. Well, it's kind of an interesting thing there. Could be in better condition,
Yeah.
but as they say, it is what it is.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
right.
And smallbacks are not seen on K98s. What else you got, Bear?
All right. Well, we were at the Union Show. Remember, we were there, last Friday? We had dinner. Unfortunately, Chiaffi's,
Yeah, our
the restaurant we
favorite
were
place.
going to, we went there to look for Tommy,
Yep.
a.k.a. Eddie, and he wasn't there. And
Yep.
they actually moved the location of the restaurant, so
Which we didn't care for when we went there.
Right.
So we went to another place.
Yeah.
What was that place?
Del Benito.
Del Benito, okay.
And
Which was real good too. The
It's
food
great.
was
and
excellent.
the
Yeah.
owner actually seated us.
Yeah,
His
there
name
you
is
go.
Benito. It's a great place in Union, New Jersey. I highly recommend it.
This is the show that we go to, collectors. You have to be in the parking lot at 5:45 in the morning.
Next time it'll be 5:30.
Yeah, it keeps getting earlier.
Yeah, it gets
every
earlier
show.
and earlier.
So this is
So-
something that you acquired?
Yeah.
Acquired there?
Yeah, and I think people will get a kick out of it. Let me get the tag off there.
Let's see what we got here. Wow. Boy, this is really an interesting sword collector's. From what I see here. Oh, sorry, Furman. I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
You okay? I mean,
Yeah.
we got Band-Aids. If I cut your head, we can put a Band-Aid on there. Yeah, we got the Band-Aids.
I need another drink.
Maybe I need another drink. That's what the problem is. But
I like the fittings on this.
the fittings are
Yeah.
beautiful. In fact, they're exquisite. I mean, they're just fantastic. And if you look closely, this gives away what the sword actually is. You'll see the fire axes and the old fire helmets.
And the ladder.
The ladder, yeah. So it's
And here.
yeah, there we go. There's an old helmet and so forth over a pair of axes. This comes from the imperial time. It looks to me it could be 1880s even, you know.
I think it's
just
earlier
really,
than
yeah,
World
it's
War
earlier
One,
than
yeah.
World War One. Yeah, it's got a nickel scabbard and a sharkskin grip, which is still in nice shape. But just imagine what this must have looked like when it was new and all
yeah.
gilded, and oh boy, it must have been really, really a fancy sword.
I think this guy was the head fire
Yeah.
official.
Must have been a fire
Yeah.
chief, I would
Yeah.
think. I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like it.
No, that's the first one like this
And
I've ever seen.
The best part of it is yet to come.
Okay, well look, let's see what we got
I
here.
think Chester would have liked this sword, Dad.
Yeah, remember Chester?
Sure.
Yeah. There's a little bit of remnants here, which I guess is the original
Yeah,
hanger.
I think so.
Huh, how about that? And there's a throttle, portapee tied to the U bracket in the back. Boy, that looks like a hunting throttle to me. In fact, it would look fantastic on an imperial hunting
Yeah.
cutlass. That's what I would do with it.
Yeah. If anyone knows out there
Yeah.
what this portapee is,
That's
write it
it's
in the
a-
comments.
I think it's a hunting portapee. And it's got the green in the V design here and all. It's that portapee is a pretty good thing. That's one of the freebies you get with swords like
Exactly.
this. And it's the kind of thing that somebody just tied on it once somewhere along the line. I doubt if it was one.
Right, and
with
it
that.
certainly wouldn't have been on.
No,
here,
they wouldn't have
right.
done it that
Yeah.
way. But that's something that we ought to look at as marketing as an extra piece, because that is a very, very desirable knot. You know, a nice 1900 Hirschspronger, beautiful. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh, wow. Well, here we go, collectors. The blade is all nickel plated and it looks virtually in mint condition. But what's really interesting is the sawback on the top.
Get out of here.
Yeah, because it's a fireman. Remember, firemen a lot of times had sawback bayonets, and it was symbolic of being able to cut a piece of wood out of the way when you were putting out a fire.
I've never seen a sawback on a sword before. That's
First
amazing.
I've seen too,
Yeah,
and that's the main reason I
yeah.
bought it.
What's nice about the sawback too? It's very subtly and delicately done.
It's there
You know,
for
most of these, you get your finger near
Yeah.
it and it grabs you.
That's
you know,
just there
this
for
is
decoration,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
strictly
there, you
strictly
know?
decorative and symbolic. Is your maker on this thing? Yeah, it's a WKC. I'll have to look through I got some old WKC catalogs. I'll have to look and see if they list this sword, because that is really it's amazing, the condition of the blade. You found that at Union?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have bought that if I saw it. That's a nice thing. I like that.
That's really cool. I like that too.
Hey, welcome back to DTC 180. We just got some news that Mr. Steve Clark of Beaver Creek Arms is in the hospital. It's nothing serious. He's going to be okay, guys and girls. So we just want to give him a shout out. That's Steve Clark from Pennsylvania.
Well, I hope you get better, Steve, and I'll say to Mrs. Clark too that we have to mention the ladies on these videos. She gets very angry with me. And from what I remember, Steve Clark has usually a fantastic gun display, doesn't he? A really, really good.
Really
guns.
remarkable
Yeah.
stuff. Great
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this next
got
piece
here?
I bought with Jeff Richards in mind, and I haven't been able to track him down. Bought this a few months ago,
Oh, he'll like that. Yeah.
Sure will.
so
Oh,
he
boy.
needs to contact you guys and give me his number.
Well, I'm sure he'll see the video.
And I think it's a really rare maker, but I could be wrong. You tell me.
Well, just having the intact tag with the rivet and all is great. Nice grip and aluminum eagle and so forth. Good paint to the scabbard.
But I know Jeff likes the NSKK with the tags, but
Yeah, I think he likes the
likes them all,
SAs too.
yeah.
There's the back of it. SA Dienst Dolk. Is it Dolk? Is that
Dolk.
correct?
Yes.
yeah.
All right, and it's got the original hanger on it too.
Is there a district mark on that, Pop?
No,
No, it's
on
'cause
these are late daggers.
Daggers, yeah.
No group of mark on them. Trying to see whether anybody ever took this baby apart. Doesn't look like it, so that's good too, you know. Boy, that tag is in remarkable
Oh yeah, it's
condition.
really super.
It's amazing.
Not even beginning to.
Right,
That's
split.
really till I'm done with
Yeah,
it.
then you'll pull it off.
Oh yeah, nice blade. Very nice blade. Wow, M704.
Which is,
That's a mark you don't see. Is that one of those Austrian producers or something?
you got it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Let me see.
M7104 is Ludwig Zeitler.
Yeah, Zeitler from
Vienna.
Vienna. Yeah, I thought
It's
so.
a rare maker.
Zeitler is. They were working along there. They made some first model Luftwaffes you see once in a while, and but not a common thing. And I think that really adds to the interest of the
That's
dagger
what I
too.
thought.
Yeah.
So what year do you think that is?
Probably 39 or 40. No earlier than that. And the hanger, the hanger looks original to it.
I
also.
think it is.
Yeah. Well, that's quite a piece there.
This came from an old collection too.
It's one of those pieces that you look at it and look at. I mean, if somebody cleaned this, it would come up brand new. I mean, it is brand new, but it's been sitting for years, and a lot of collectors would just rather leave it that way too, because we all know it's shiny underneath. You know.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Definitely, you could see it would clean
Yeah,
up.
this is just aged patina that settles over the piece. The fittings too are still like new. There's a little bit of lifting on the upper cross guard on both sides, but very little. Yeah, that's a killer. How about that? A Zeitler with a tag.
Yeah.
I'll bet you nobody's ever seen that before. I'll bet that is really, well, I know it's rare because I've never seen it.
All right. Well, ask Jeff to get in touch with me,
Yeah, well, you got the message,
and then
Jeff.
if he doesn't want it, it will be available to
The
others.
hell with Jeff. We're gonna get in touch with you.
No, that's a super piece.
And these pants came into the shop recently. Let's see.
It looks a little big. Here. Is that
Andre the
common?
Giant, or
Is that a tent or pant? Are you kidding? They're real pants?
They're for real. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
4X.
what are they from? Stripes with John Candy?
Herman Goering would have probably fit
Yeah,
these.
yeah, about
I
45.
think, I think they're even too big for Herman Goering.
Wow,
I
that is
think you're right.
amazing. There's
Herman-
not, come on,
Herman
that's
had
got to
a-
be.
Herman had a 54 waist.
That's got to be a
So,
gag. Give me a break. No way.
Oh, I don't know. They're big.
Well, they're already calling. Must have been that tag dagger.
Yeah, they saw it somehow.
And I know you guys like helmets, so
Not
This
as
is
much as
how-
you.
love helmets.
I know you do.
This is a really unique helmet, and it just goes to show you can still get things in auctions that are just outstanding because they haven't been fully researched. I got this out of a German auction a couple of months ago. and I'm
That's
just
good so far. Wow.
absolutely thrilled
Yeah.
with
Oh, cool.
Looks like they took a shot in the rim there, huh?
it. Belonged to Oberleutnant First Lieutenant Rotdauscher, which is a very unusual name.
Yeah, oh yeah, you should be able to trace him.
And I did.
Uh-huh.
And it was a double decal Army helmet. And you can see that it had a band for camouflage purposes.
It's a 35
around
too, isn't
It's
it?
35.
Yeah, wow.
And I did research on the officer, and he was in the company commander of the 3rd Company, and I think that's what the 3 refers to.
Yeah.
3rd Company of Infantry Regiment 85. I looked in the seniority list from 1939. There's only one Rotdahlscher
Oh, with
in
that
there.
name.
Yeah.
So you know you got the right guy. Well, the chin
And you-
strap is still on it too, huh?
And you can see this guy, this officer, he took a headshot.
Yeah.
And
Sure did.
the bullet, actually, in my opinion, and I actually talked to a police chief about
Came
this,
through that side.
came probably hit him in the
Yeah.
in the neck,
Yeah.
below the neck, and went up here.
He didn't make it.
When
didn't make it.
when it came out, you can see it actually popped the air vent here.
Wow.
Let's see. Is the liner? Is there any evidence of destruction of the head?
No, I think this would have just been blown off of his head. It's a very early piece too. It's got the single aluminum band, and the chin strap is dated 1936. It's absolutely
right in, yeah.
exactly
Fits right in.
as
Wow.
it was taken off a grave. Now get this.
What do you mean it was taken off a grave?
Well,
You're absolutely right, though. I think about the way the shell went. That went through
Yeah.
this way, not that way.
that's right.
Yeah.
So you can see here, Infantry Regiment 85, and we can see him right here, Rotdahlscher, and he's in charge of the 3rd Company.
Wow.
Now the most interesting thing about this is that he was killed in Poland during the Battle of Poland in 1939. On Ancestry.com they have the German war graves registration cards. And sure enough, there he is, his
Wow.
3rd Company of Infantry Regiment 85. He was killed 8 September, so September the 8th, 1939, in Poland. And it says here,
the war just started.
you got it.
Wow.
And it says the cause of death, Infanterie Geschoss, Kopf, bullet wound in the head.
Yeah.
So it fits in perfectly with this.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else can I show you?
Gee, I feel kind of bad looking at now that I know
Yeah.
the history of the poor guy. I mean, boy,
Well,
that's a shame.
I would bet this is the earliest known killed in action helmet from World War.
I would go along
Sure,
with
yeah,
that. Yeah. Wow.
And
Boy, that's an amazing piece.
he's still buried in Poland.
yeah.
But the family, I think it was a pretty well-to-do family. There is a relative alive today with the same name, and he's a doctor. But in Regensburg, which is where this Rudy
Where it came from.
Rotdahlscher was from, but he has his name right here.
That's the gravestone.
Yeah,
In Poland?
No, this is the one in Regensburg. The family, you can see
Oh, the whole
there's
family.
generations.
Grave, yeah.
Family plot.
But you don't
there.
think he was moved there? You think he's still
No,
in
he's still in
Poland?
Poland. Yeah, in a collective grave.
Oh, that's something. Wow, that's almost gives you the shivers.
Yeah.
That is really.
I'm planning on going to the National Archives in College Park, Maryland, pretty soon,
Yeah.
and getting his personnel file. Usually in the personnel file, it's going to have a photo of him, so I'd like to have a
Yeah.
photo to go along with it. And you can see too,
Boy, that's-
after this probably more than likely was sent home to his family.
I think so too. That's why it's in the condition
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And you can see it has the white paint specks. We see that a lot in the United States because the GI's wife said,
Put it in the cellar or whatever.
cellar in the
another
garage,
painting,
and then they're
yeah.
painting and it got
Yeah.
paint specs. But it
Typical
shows you
stuff.
that they also did it in Germany.
What else we got, Barry?
Okay, I
Anything
got
else?
2 more things to show you.
Okay. I hope you collectors are having a pop along with us here. I think I had too many already, but that's all right.
This is something that every collector should have in their collection. And my dad bought this, I don't know how many years ago. Could be 30 years ago, but everybody wants a railway eagle.
Oh, yeah.
This
Is
one-
that a 24 or 28 incher?
You know, I never measured it.
That's a 20. That's a,
Well, all mounted.
yeah,
all-
we've had these too. These are the captured eagles they presented to the
yeah,
generals.
to the local commander.
Yeah, it says
Emblem from.
captured locomotive, Kassel, Germany,
Yeah, that's awesome.
May the 3rd, 1945. And then it identifies the person. I
Wow.
should really try to look him up. Believe it or not, I haven't
Yeah.
done it yet.
Well, this is absolutely fantastic. And all this was done by the Army themselves, I guess. They
Yeah.
Sure.
mounted that and so forth.
Well, if you look at that Reichsbahn, the Eagle book that they
Yeah,
show and
there's,
presented,
there's a
and,
couple
yeah,
of them like that.
There's a lot of these.
And,
Well, not a lot of them.
We've had a couple that we've sold over the years too. So
I've had
they,
about 3 or 4 in 51
Yeah.
years of collecting, but this is the only one my dad and I kept. And
I don't
as you
blame
know, my
them.
last name is Smith, and if you look at the
Yeah, I
bottom
see it. There it
right-hand corner there, what's it say?
Captain Charlie.
Captain Charles
Charles
E.
Smith,
Smith,
and my
yeah.
brother's name is Charles Smith.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a
Are you
great
going to
piece.
keep that, or are you
I'm
gonna
keeping that.
Can you
for
hold it up
sure,
a little
yeah.
straighter for me, Bar?
hold it up so they can really see?
Yeah, like hold it straight up. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a killer. I mean, that's
It's a
As
very
good as they get.
Good
It's
as
a
they get.
very desirable piece.
I think it's
People,
a 28. It looks really
Nah, I think it's a smaller one.
24.
Yeah.
You good?
I don't
Yep.
know.
Thanks. Well, people love them. They're really desirable.
And prices on them too are just.
Forget about it.
I don't know where they're going to stop, but
This is really an amazing piece, you'll see. I got this from the same auction that I got the helmet from 3 years ago.
I love that. I love that. The SSEM with his
It's a pencil sketch,
Alsatian.
and
Looks
It-
period too.
well, it definitely is.
Yeah, it
Wait
looks
till you
good.
hear the story behind this. It's a pencil sketch, and this was done at Auschwitz. A lot of people don't know this, and I didn't know until I started researching it, but when Auschwitz originally opened, they had an art studio in there.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
never heard that.
And this was done by a prisoner, my friend Mike Orbansky. He told me today how to pronounce his name. I think it's Vincenti Gavron. And he's really quite a famous person. He was in Auschwitz in, I think, 1941, and he worked in the art studio there.
Probably
And-
saved his life too.
Well, guess what? He escaped from there
Oh,
in 1942, and he became part of the underground.
Oh, cool.
But you're going to see why I absolutely had to have this.
Well, this SS man's girlfriend's a real doll.
Look out for Furman.
Yeah,
Furman, they're crushing you with this SS print here.
It's not a print, it's original.
Yeah.
I have a good friend up in Canada, a collector, and he really concentrated on the Hundestaffel, the dog
dogs.
squadron
Yeah.
at Auschwitz.
He wants it down.
And I was able to buy his Auschwitz dog handler collection about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10
wow.
years ago,
Boy, that's cool.
which included German IDs. There were about, I think he had about a dozen altogether. I kept about 5 of them. But Trevor also collected photos. And I've had this photo for 10 years.
Look at that.
Wow. That's what he used to make the
Yep.
drawing.
And on the
Wow.
back, it says May of 1941, 2 good friends, Hans and Spitt,
Spit.
S-P-I-T-T.
That they show that.
Wow, that's great, Barry. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
But
what's the significance of the whistle?
Well, you're going to find that out in a minute.
That's really, really something.
Well, Vincenti, I don't know whether the SS soldier asked him to do it or Vincenti used his, took liberties on the portrait, but can you tell there's only one thing that's different?
If I look long enough, I'm sure I'd find it.
There's no Totenkopf on his collar.
Wow, Tom, you're good.
Upside
And
down.
you can see it upside down.
Upside down. That comes from being around this business too long.
But I can imagine him saying, well, maybe not everybody knows what a Totenkopf is, but they sure as heck know what
with
the SS runes
Yeah,
are.
that's probably
Yeah.
what that,
Well, he
that's
already has
probably
one
the
on
big-
his hat, so why not put the SS on his collar tab, you know?
So,
I think you're right with that reasoning too.
but he moved to Chicago. This Vincenti Gavron initially moved to Canada, and then he moved to Chicago. And he opened a Polish, I think it featured World War II Polish resistance items. But I'm sure that they would love to have this portrait too.
That's
It's very
Did
well
you
done.
did you zoom in on his name?
No, I don't see it. There's a lot of light in my way.
and was
Yeah,
the
there it
whistle
is.
used for the dog?
Well, you know, when I bought this in the auction, the whistle was not even mentioned. Now, I have my own theory behind this, and that is that in January of 1945, Auschwitz was evacuated, and a lot of these guards actually went to different camps or were put into field units. Well, this came out of Mauthausen. I have documentation to show.
These are not nice
No,
places.
these are not
guys.
nice
we're
places.
Not
And-
trying to glorify anything here.
Right.
It's just history. That's why we're doing it. Just history.
I have the feeling that this soldier brought this from Auschwitz to Mauthausen, and then this was sold in an auction back in the 90s, maybe right out of the soldier's house. Maybe he walked home after the war and was living in Mauthausen. But
Well, I'll
I s-
guarantee you this, that he was arrested by the United States Army.
yeah, it might have done some prison time anyway.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know the whistle was with it at all. But this is the whistle that they would have blown. I mean, you've seen it in wartime movies, you know, where get off the train, and you know, this whistle is the same whistle that would have been. Let me see. I
Well, don't
better
take
not
it off.
pay it
Don't
over
take
there.
it
Yeah,
off. No, leave it on there.
Does it have any
But-
marks on it at all?
no marks at
No.
all. No.
Next thing you'll lose it. So
Yeah,
leave it on there. Now it came off.
And
so-
yeah, that's okay. Well, I was gonna just no. I mean,
What are you going to do? Blow on
I was
it?
going to blow it just
Go
to
ahead.
like
You
to
can
hear
be
it,
the
yeah.
first time somebody's heard this since
I like to hear
the
it,
war.
Ooh, boy, I got my hearing aids in. Man, my head's rattling.
Here, I'll put that back on
All
later.
right. Don't lose that whistle.
It's a great piece of art, though.
It really is,
I
yeah.
mean, the guy was better at the dogs than he was the people, but what a great piece.
And then to have the picture and all that stuff.
But what are the chances of finding that portrait?
Pretty slim.
Pretty slim, yeah.
Pretty slim. Funny how stuff like that happens, though, isn't it? That,
Yeah.
wow.
What are the chances of both of those pieces making it? The card, you know, the picture and the drawing. You know, it's amazing.
We even know the name of the. I wish I knew the name of the soldier to see, or the guard.
Yeah.
I'd like to research him, but we don't know the name of the dog. Spit.
Spit. Yeah. I like that name.
Yeah,
Good-
your
good
next
name.
dog.
Yeah.
Your next dog.
Jack and Spit.
I'll have to get a baby Alsatian, right?
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
So that'll be it.
that's it.
All right, collectors. I think you saw some pretty good things there, and we still have a little bit of unboxing to do. If you can still hang in there, I know this is a long video.
How's everybody's drink? We're up and
we
running
can,
now.
We can refresh them. All right,
Okay.
we'll take a break and refresh the drinks up.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think, Furman?
He's always
Yeah.
ready.
Okay, collectors. We've shown the stuff from Barry, and boy, I think there were some really, wow, some incredible things there. I really enjoyed seeing them, and the way you put it together with the research and all, it just
Makes it come to life.
makes it come to life, and people can say, wow, that's real, real history there. And that's what we're trying to do here too, guys. We're just talking about history. That's what we're talking about, and we enjoy that. We're all a bunch of nerds, really, when it comes down to it. You know, it just. But I really thank you for bringing that stuff. It's great.
You're welcome.
So we'll go to the unboxing now, and I just got a small thing here. I'll start out with.
You don't want to use your Bob Burns cutter?
It's just all right. It's easy. I know when I use my Bob Burns cutter, I'm going to cut myself here. I just feel like it today. It's that kind of a day. What do we got here? All right, collectors.
Von the Wunstedt.
Yeah, it is. Boy, look at this. Yeah, it's got Von Rundstedt on the back too. That's a what do you call these? Like a pencil image of Von Rundstedt. You know, he was a field marshal, general field marshal, and it looks like he signed it twice. Maybe the card was made with his signature on it.
At the auto pen, and then he actually
Then
signed
he
it.
actually signed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a portrait, nice portrait.
Yeah, and he's shown with his
pencil.
Knight's Cross, and I don't know whether those oak leaves are on there or not, but and then here we go. It's dated 1940, so this is really a nice original card.
Where's this coming out of, Pop?
Yeah, good question. Chicago. A lot of stuff in Chicago, I'm sure, because there were a lot of veterans that came from there.
Yeah.
So. So that's a nice thing for you guys that collect original autographs. Field Marshal Von Rundstedt, he was a pretty good guy, I think, too. I think he was well loved by his men and worked his way up there. Because there weren't very many field marshals. That was a big time rank.
Yeah.
And so he must have done plenty because Hitler didn't give you that for your personality. So that's number one.
We got a little guy here.
This is not number one, I can tell you that. But yeah, little guy there.
And not very heavy at all.
You want to open that?
Sure.
Be careful. But we got the Band-Aids just in case.
Maybe Furman
put them right here.
Can you want to help?
Yeah, I sure like cutting things.
Where's this coming out of?
Yeah, we got a
Okay, let's see.
Bainbridge,
Bainbridge, New York.
New York. I don't know where that is.
I don't know. I know Bainbridge, Maryland. That's where my dad went to basic training in the Navy.
Oh, there you go. Bainbridge, New York. Probably one of those places in upper state New York. I don't know, but what that could be. It's a nice little box.
Yeah. I think it might be a tinny.
Yeah, it's a Hindenburg cross.
Well,
What is that?
better be careful with this.
Yeah, it looks like an original
I know
box.
what it is now. But,
What is it?
it is
You're
the
not gonna tell
original
me?
cardboard casing for a Knight's Cross case.
Oh, wow, that's a rare thing, isn't it? Be careful there. That's,
yeah.
That's a very... I think there's going to be a Knight's Cross in here, too. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think it's heavy enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've ever seen a... So they actually were in a box when they were distributed. Yeah, look at that.
Just the box there.
Just the box. It'd be like you don't have an SS ring. Oh, and I got this little box here. You know,
Well, that's all right,
the
you know.
boxes add tremendous.
These usually got tossed. You know?
Sure.
Oh, it's
and-
a Junker.
And they do reproduce these, but I've seen a number of them.
That's not a
and
reproduction.
I think this is a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
made by Junker.
You'd have to ask Dave Wyatt. He would know. But
Sure.
uh, I've seen the reproductions, and I really think this is a good
Now,
one.
if you have a
Yeah.
case Knight's Cross by Junker, and there you go.
That adds a lot of
Oh,
value
yeah,
to
sure.
the cross.
Yeah, that's I don't even know what something like that's worth. If you had the cross, it's worth more than
Mom, it's
somebody.
very
wanna take a look
difficult
at the note?
to photograph these things.
Probably just a love note that says send a check. He gives his name, says he's done business in the past. I have this box to the Knight's Cross, the Iron Cross, I'm looking to part with. I've had it in my collection for a while, and I think they are pretty scarce. I am looking for, and don't make that look. And whatever profit you make on it is fine with me. Well, see, that's a nice man.
Yeah, that's a nice guy.
man.
Yeah.
I've dealt with this man for many years. So, boy, that's
Oh,
nice.
so you know him.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I do know him, yeah. I didn't know he was sending the box, though, so that's really a nice thing.
Well, that's the first time on the DTC for a Iron Cross original box.
I've never seen that before.
Let's see what's in this tube. And this is coming from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, good. We get a lot of stuff from Florida, Barry. Boy, a lot of stuff from Florida. You go to Florida at all, Mom?
I do. My
You do?
brother lives in Orlando.
Oh, good, yeah. You go down a couple times a year to see him? Or?
Not that often.
No.
You were there in what,
No.
October? You went to
Yeah,
see.
he was
How old's your brother?
93.
93.
Gives us hope.
Boy, I wish I had the genes in your family. I'm telling you, that is really
He worked for
something.
NASA too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's probably a smart guy then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister's 88.
Wow. That's
Well,
wonderful.
you're a baby then.
I'm a baby.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
only
the baby.
86.
Yeah.
Well, I'm beginning to think you should have got those implants.
Good one.
Good ones, yeah. What do we got here, sir? Got the cutter?
Oh,
You got a
Well,
tank,
that's a bronze.
tank assault badge in bronze.
Wow, look at the detail on that. Boy, that's nice, isn't it?
I think
Looks
it's
nice
a good
to me.
one too.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, that's really, boy, the details are fantastic. And I like when you can see the bronze well, too, which you can on that.
Any
We'll look-
maker on the back?
Well, we'll look and see. I don't see anything. No.
These
Apparently not.
experts are great. People like Dave Wyatt, he'd take one
Oh,
look
he'll,
at that
he'll
and he'd
know
tell
who
you
made it.
who
Yeah,
made it.
he'll know who made
But this
it.
has a lot of the bronze finish on the back
Oh, yeah.
and the front. It's,
Yeah, that's a.
I know enough to be dangerous, but I guarantee you that that's a good one.
Did that come out of that big box?
Yeah. So
Got
we got
that
a
great
couple
big
more
box
things.
for that?
No. This is the tube.
Okay.
The tube.
Wow, that's a beautiful medal. I'm not a medals collector, but I wouldn't mind having that next to
Well,
something.
me too. I'd like to have it. Can I have first dibs on it, Tom?
You can, Furman. Got any money in your pocket?
Some change.
All right, what's next in there?
All right. Some more little stuff here. I'm reluctant to use the Bob Burns cutter
Yeah, I know.
because I don't want to cut anything. Next time I come up, I'm going to show you something that I got.
Well, don't insult Bob Burns by not using his cutter. But
Well, I'm
I-
using his name so those guys
Oh,
can
that's
drink.
good enough, Yeah.
So
There we
this
go,
guy's
yeah.
can drink. That's right. Gotta have a drink.
Okay.
Well, this doesn't look like anything we can retire on, but
No, but it looks like a mint one.
yeah, it does.
It is a War Merit Cross, second class, with swords.
With swords, yeah. You guys know with the war merits, you see them without swords and with swords, and if they're with swords, the fellow that was awarded to was a military man.
This is a nice early one,
Yeah.
too.
Look at the detail to that. That's all bronze, I guess, isn't it? Yeah.
They're not particularly valuable.
No,
Really. They made them
no.
by the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. If a veteran comes in with a few things, or their family comes in and brings us stuff, there's always one of those.
Yep, yep. And a Hindenburg cross.
That too, right. All right, one more small item.
Yeah. I like that one though. That's
Yeah,
really a quality
sure.
quality piece.
They went to zinc later in the war,
Yeah.
and they're real crap.
Yeah. I think you're right. That's one of the initial production ones.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Pilot's badge,
Wow, look at that.
and
Wow, that is beautiful.
it is.
Look at the silvering still on it, and on the eagle too. It just, boy, that's a killer.
Super example.
It's a killer. Yeah, it's maker marked. Well, I wish we had Dave Wyatt here. He would know exactly what all that is.
And I think
but,
it's I'm pretty sure GWL, is it?
GWI,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got those little dome head rivets and all the silvering still on the
Yeah,
back of it
yeah.
too.
That's a nice piece.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind having that myself. That's really a gem.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, I've seen quite a
Mhm.
few of these, but I don't remember one that condition. That is just
Oh,
looks good on you, Furman.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow, that's
That silvering is just
boy for
Yeah, I
you
think,
metals collectors
unissued,
out
I
there.
think.
Yeah, it really looks almost like the unissued. Wow, that's beautiful.
well, that's a good little tube so far.
Yeah,
For 3 medals.
yeah, that's obviously the man that sent this stuff in has very good taste.
Yeah.
Boy, wow. What do we got here? Ah, My favorite stuff.
You've had a few of these, have you?
Oh, yeah. How many millions of these do you think?
Millions. Yeah, every GI brought
Every
one
GI
back.
brought
Yeah.
one back.
Easy to stuff in the duffel bag.
Yeah, fold it up and there you go. And this looks like a nice NSDAP flag here. We'll see if it has a hoist on it or whatever, but the original colors are
Beautiful.
still
Yeah.
perfect. Boy, that's a great flag. It has a tunnel hoist on it,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see if we got a separate field, and the suos is printed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a really nice
We'll
nice
see.
piece.
Looks mint, no holes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's mint.
Mm-hmm.
That's about as nice as you'll see. I mean, we know these are very common, but everybody sort of likes to have one in
They
their
sell.
collection. Yeah, they sell well.
Yeah.
You know, whether you display it or you just put it in the closet or whatever, but it's nice to know you have one anyhow. And
I think Michelle and I, in the last 15 years, have probably had 500 of them.
they literally made millions of them. But that's a very nice example. That's right at the top.
No maker mark or anything?
Nothing.
No,
Oh,
nothing,
no.
no. But that's typical of them too. You rarely see maker marks on the NSDAP ones. Well, that's nice.
One more thing. Maybe this is the Larry.
It could be. Oh, I like the dagger bag. There we go.
Like the way that slid out. Made a good sound.
Something sounded good.
One of those old Tom Johnson bags. I always think when I see these kind of bags that the producer must have bought leftover rug material. That's what they look like, an old dining room carpet or something. Well, let's see what we got here. Ooh. Oh, I think you'll like this, Barry. Wow, what a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cutlass. What a really pretty Hirschfanger. This is, of course, is a hunting cutlass. But right away, what you see that's so extraordinary about it hasn't been cleaned. And it's got that beautiful
Yeah,
patina
patina.
that silver gets.
I love that look.
Yeah,
It's good.
the leather is beautiful too. The green leather, and it's amazing how well they did this. I mean, you virtually cannot see a seam on it.
Yep.
They just were fantastic. Staple held mounts. This cutlass was worn though.
Is that a leather scabbard, Pop, or is there a shell on it?
No, it's a leather scabbard.
It's a leather scabbard, yeah.
But the grip is beautiful. They always kind of curve to the left as they go up, and the hunting insignia originally was all silvered, so you can see where it was from hand wear, and the
Yeah.
grain of the stag also is
Little
well
grime
worn.
on there, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well worn, beautiful on the back too. Now that's a
Can I see the pommel? There's nothing to it, right?
no, just
yeah.
that umbrella type top on there, and of course the screw acted as a tang nut also.
Now, will this have a scenery on the blade?
Oh, I'm sure it will. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm sure it will. This is really a really beautiful Third Reich piece. Wow, I love it.
I like it too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
the blade is mint too. Absolutely mint. That's an acorn. Look at that blade, collectors. Boy, that's as good as you get. I don't think I've seen a better condition
Yeah.
Hirschfanger. It's just
If
fantastic.
you want just one, that's it.
Yeah,
Believe me.
that's it. I think I
Tradition-
see some. Oh, here's the killer on
Yeah.
top of it too.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
W. Mitchibus Gottbus. Mitchibus was from the town of Gottbus, and they were a huge distributor of hunting uniforms as well as cutlasses. And I've never seen any maker other than Eichhorn with Mitchibus Gottbus. So apparently they had an exclusive deal with them.
Mhm.
Let's see the backside. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful stamped 3541 mark. Absolutely mint condition.
traditional etch, though. You know.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
that was the standard etch that you got.
Man, that thing's mint.
Yeah, it is.
That still has the green felt washer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little worn, but not much.
Well, it's okay.
Not much. Now this is, well, when you saw the things also with this, why wouldn't you think that this is going to be the best too? Because the metals are the best too.
Yeah.
That Knight's Cross box, my God.
Yeah.
No, they're really beautiful. That's great. Yeah, I think Furman wanted to say something. What's on your mind, Furman?
Hey, what's a guy got to do to get a drink around here?
Your glass is empty. How'd that happen?
I want some more Prosecco.
I thought you had your own barmaid. Oh, boy.
Now he knows how I feel.
Gotta give him a little bit there, Barry. Yeah.
You got to drive, Furman, so.
Yeah, Furman's driving.
Furman's driving, yeah.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
What do we got next? This is coming from Guilford.
This is from your boy in Guilford, yeah?
Yeah, we seems like every week we get something from this guy in Guilford, beautiful England.
And from what I remember, he wraps everything super.
Yeah, but he's getting better now. The boxes are a little bit easier to open. The original ones are just murder. Oh, there we go. What we got there, Bar?
Bubble wrap.
Yeah. Don't cut it up too much or what
Who's this?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Miss Debbie's making an appearance.
Hi, everybody.
There's Miss Debbie, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
She was hoping for some chocolate, but
Yeah.
We
This
haven't
week.
seen any chocolate yet, Deb.
That's right, guys. Get on the stick.
All right. How's that Bob Burns, okay?
super. How is Bob?
Oh, Bob's good, yeah. Yeah, he is. Bob doesn't know it, but he's known internationally. All right. Wow. Well, that feels, it feels kind of daggery, Bar.
Yeah.
I said we've been down
Feels
here for
daggery.
hours. The whole time she need to go upstairs. That's okay.
Well, I hope we got nice things here. Well, usually we do, so I think we'll be good. Oh, there's those bags. Yeah, you collectors. Yeah, you know these bags. Wow. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Rid of that. Let's see what we got here, Bar.
Looks
Wow.
great.
Looks pretty good so far. Oh my, it looks very good so far. Look at that. Oh boy, I love those.
One of those lacquered handles. Huh?
Oh yeah, just beautiful, beautiful fittings, and I mean, it looks like it's never been worn even.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What's the group mark?
BO. Yeah, I thought I smelled something.
My favorite.
I think this area is Bavarian Ostmark or something,
That's
right,
it.
right near the border or something.
Ostmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at the anodizing
Yeah.
on that scabbard.
Oh, that's a nice dagger.
Oh wow, that's a nice dagger.
It almost looks like a soul dagger with that
Yes.
grip.
Yeah. It does almost look like a soul dagger. Boy, that's beautiful.
Do you have a guess?
Well, I do because I have a hint of what it might be, but we shall see. I'll tell you the one thing, the maker of this is one of the best quality makers, and it's obvious just looking at the outside here. Oh,
Jeez.
man, that's,
That's nice.
Oh, boy, is that nice. Oh, man.
Has all the blackening in it, huh?
Yeah, and all the grain. Can you see the grain in
Yeah,
there? The grain. All the blackening. Collectors, this is about the
Top
top
of the
of
line.
what you're going to see with essays. Let's see who made it, huh, guys? Yeah, there you go.
F.
August Bickle.
Oh, Bickle.
August Bickle. They were just tremendous makers. Yeah, that's a really beautiful dagger.
Oh, that thing is mint.
Yeah, it's really nice. And that scabbard with the
it was great.
anodizing was straight before I did that,
Yeah.
but no, and the ball too.
Yeah.
No hits to it. That's really that's about as good as you get, collectors.
So that paint job's almost like a little green tone to it, you know?
Well, it's the lacquer, the protective lacquer is still over the anodizing, and it gives it that color.
Right.
It's hard to imagine this thing was hardly worn at all.
That's a nice dagger.
How do these daggers get into Guildford, England? And Andrew Gates doesn't know the guy that sends them. He's so mad because I think he wants to contact him and say, "How about sending this stuff to me?" All right, that's a super.
That
piece.
is. I love it.
Super. Yeah, doesn't get any better. And let's see what the next one is. Oh, another really lovely grip. Look at all that grain in there and all. Look at the fit. I mean, it's just tremendous. This is a Saxon mark on it on the Grupa. Boy, that fit is just, I mean, it's almost like
Yeah.
the grip is part of the cross guards.
Plus,
So-
no shrinkage, you know, from the wood.
And again, nice anodizing. Most of the lacquer. Not as nice as the last one, but it's still pretty nice. And the ball is good. And it's got a hanger on it backwards. Don't ask me how. Oh, there
There it
is. Whitman's
He's
backwards.
doing magic tricks
Yeah,
now.
magic tricks, yeah. And let's see who made this one. Wow, another really super blade. Very, very nice blade. Mint. And there we go.
Another Bickle.
Double
Another
bickle.
Bickle. Yeah, another Bickle. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
And which is a pretty rare maker for essays, you know? You don't see
Yeah,
too
you don't
many
see a lot of them,
No.
but they were really up there for the highest quality.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a nice piece.
Were they based in Solingen too?
I don't think so. No,
No.
they were in Steinbach. Steinbach, Mallenberg. I'm not sure where Steinbach was, but I think it was probably somewhere near that Seoul area, but I'm not sure. But they're two really great essays. The first one's a little better, but the second one's no slouch either.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd have both of them.
Yeah. Oh, they're really nice. There we go. Keep them coming there, Mr.
Yeah,
Guilford.
I wonder how many more he has.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, one last box here, and it's coming from Cockeysville, Maryland. Never heard of that one either.
No, it sounds like a sexy town name.
I hear the people are really cocky there.
Yeah.
Everybody's always fighting.
I think there was one more box too beside that, a bigger box somewhere, but
All right, we'll find
we'll
it.
look, we'll find it. But let's see what we got there. A love note.
To Tom.
Yeah.
Tomato.
See what is that? Scraps of paper there to do something?
Confetti.
Well, here we go. Please take this dagger. It was difficult for me to part with. Let's see what we got.
No problem.
Keep that with it. Let's see what we got here. This drink is difficult to part with, too. Yeah. Oh, my.
Man.
Oh, my. That's a nice...
Nice little ashtray, huh?
That looks like a pretty nice piece there. Scabbard paint is still really good compared to what you normally see with these HJs. Nice brown leather hanger, and to see if the button works.
Careful with that button.
Oh yeah, you got to be very careful with these. Always grab it under the button.
Yeah.
Don't just
Put your
you
I
know,
leave all of mine
Oh, yeah.
unsnapped.
Yeah, we
yeah,
do too.
yeah, we do too. Yeah, the plating is fantastic. Just one little tiny wear spot there.
Which you want to see, which makes it great.
Yeah, the leather does that, you know. And
Sure.
the grip plates are good. The insignia is perfect. Yeah, nice blade. Very nice. Plain blade. Look at the grain in it.
Yep.
See the grain still there? I can see why it might be difficult to part with this piece. The man's right. Wow. The heart cough with the two devil heads, you know, that's always a desirable maker. Double proof with the RZM M740. You can see that, collectors. Well, that's a very collectible
Yeah,
piece.
I'd own that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that piece at all. It's really nice. Not mint, but it's really, really nice.
You know what Hartkopf means, right?
Let's see. Well, Kopf means head, so
Right? And heart.
heart. I don't know what heart means.
Hard head.
Hard head?
Yeah.
Is that really? Huh? That seems odd. Well, okay. Maybe it means something a little different in German than it does to us. A hard head
Right.
is a goofball, but maybe in German that means something.
Yeah, I'll have to
something
look
different.
into that.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. It's some other
Do some
term.
research on that.
There's something lost in the translation of it.
We'll get back to you in episode 181. Great
Yeah.
piece, though. That's really good.
No, that's a very good piece. Yeah.
You said there's another box?
I thought there was one more. It was kind of heavy. It's I remember having to carry it down the cellar and bitching the whole way down the cellar steps. Ah, you know where it is, Barry? It's under here. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, it's time for a new Denobili here.
You haven't had a Denobili in a while in the videos.
Yeah, I've been. I figured with all these people here, they don't want to smell that big stinky cigar, so I'll take it easy on them.
Want a little champagne? Here, you have to come and get it.
Oh, Mom's got her derby on now
wants a
too.
little
She's
more
ready to go.
Prosecco.
She's in for the finale
She's
here.
ready to go. Look out!
Ready, here it is. All right.
You're not getting drunk over there, are you, Mom? No. No, if you are, that's okay too.
This is the last one, Tom?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is coming from Tampa, Florida, and it is heavy.
Yeah, it's real. I don't know what's in it.
Yeah?
But it just looks like the post office could have treated it a little better, but hopefully it's okay.
Maybe it's some of those bricks from the Berghoff.
Berghoff
Yeah.
bricks, yeah. We're selling them back to you, Whitman.
How many of those did you bring back?
24.
At one time?
Yeah, I had to pay a lot of my luggage too to get them back. That was not an easy trip.
I can imagine that security saying, "What do you have in there?"
Yeah.
Bricks.
Oh, they're just bricks. Oh, okay.
They said, "Oh, he's a nut."
They're thinking, look at this guy. He's crazy bringing bricks home. And I put one of those bricks into the foundation I made for my collecting room. Also.
Did you?
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I had the mason stick it out a little bit, you know, so we knew which one it was.
He came back from the Berghoff and he gave me a T-shirt that says, "My father went to the Berghoff and all I got was this lousy T-shirt."
Oh, there it is. What is that?
I have no
I
idea.
have no idea what it is.
It's heavy. I need a little help extracting it.
Oh, yeah, it is heavy. What the hell is that? That's the oddest shape I've seen in all the unboxings.
Looks like a basket.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to carry that around then.
or a big-breasted bra loaded with iron. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at the size of those. Wow. Wow. Those are pretty impressive.
Yes, they are.
I don't know what they are, but I know the binoculars. But my
Use
God.
this side.
What is that? Got any idea where they come from at all?
Wow.
Oh, wow,
It's
look
like
at the markings.
it's like a naval.
Kriegsmarine,
Yeah,
yep.
it's a navy.
Look at the markings. Well, this couldn't have been something that somebody was. Were they mounted?
these
Because
would-
they're too heavy. They
These
must
would have been mounted,
mounted.
sure.
Mounted, yeah. 'Cause
These
they-
are for a ship or even a U-boat, probably.
Yeah, probably a U-boat, I would think.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're all brass too.
Yeah.
Most
Sure,
of the
it's all
time, it's
brass.
This sucker, I wouldn't doubt they weigh about 10 pounds.
That's a
Let me
rare
see.
piece.
Oh, I think it's at least that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, there's the Kriegsmarine marking with the M underneath the.
Carl's Ice,
Yeah, Carl's Ice and UDF 7. That's the optics. Is that what that refers to?
Yeah, 7x50. That's the company. Well, let me see. UDF, I'm not sure what that stands for because they're made by Carl Zeiss.
This
Let's
is
see
the
if they-
first pair of anything like that I've had. They're really
Let's-
tremendous.
Let me take a look.
Optics still good?
Damn, Bob, you're not a bad looking guy.
That's what they tell me.
You're looking at the camera. That's where you're not looking at Bob. So would this bar then have something to do with mounting them? Do you think?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what if they surfaced, that would be on the deck maybe, or it could be from a
I'm
Navy
not sure
ship.
what this is all about. You'll have to ask him why that's attached.
Boy, those.
That's a rare piece, though.
I see a lot of black around. Would they have originally been black over the brass? See the black in here and black in there.
I think you're right. It would have been totally black. Yep.
They still work, Barry?
The optics work. Yep, they're real good. Couple little spots.
Yeah.
Can you see the future in that thing?
Well, those are pretty rare, aren't
Yeah, very rare.
they? I've seen
Very
a lot
rare,
of
yeah.
binoculars.
Yeah.
I've never
Oh
seen them.
man, you ain't kidding. That's serious.
Here, let me try. All right, never mind.
Let me just tilt it back towards me, Pop.
Get those. Well, I don't know what these are worth, but if you're right that these are probably U-boat, I think these are worth a lot of money. They may be the Larry here. Who
Yeah, I think
knows?
they are, Larry.
For somebody that is into marine optics, I don't see how you get anything
Yeah.
better than this. And the weight of them.
I've had a
is
lot of
incredible.
optics.
Incredible. How could it weigh this much?
A
Man.
few Kriegsmarine, but never all brass like this. And
Oh, that's an amazing piece.
yeah.
Well, no wonder that box was so heavy.
Yeah, we found out, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Well, there we are, collectors.
Yeah, we'll call that the Larry.
Well, I think it's. I'm not an expert on binoculars, but I think we've had our share of them, and you've had your share. You ever seen
Never
them
had
before?
a pair of those. Never even seen them. Yep.
No, I think these are something very, very special. Okay, Barry, while you and Ob were at the Mets-Phillies game, I understand that they had quite an elderly World War II veteran there.
That's right. He was a private, first class. Russell Satizon, his name was. 99 years old.
Wow.
Purple Heart recipient. And he served with Company C of the 18th Infantry Regiment of the 1st Infantry Division. He was a replacement after the D-Day landings.
Oh.
But it was really neat to see him, and he was
Yeah.
only about probably 50 feet from Ob and I.
If not 15,
Yeah, yeah. But he got a great round of applause, which
Oh, did he?
deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
deserved
nice,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he happy about that?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
It was, I guess, kind of a long video.
But the guys can.
Yeah, you watch a
Scan
half
through it.
an hour,
Yeah.
put
Take
it
a
on
shower.
hold, take a shower, go get a hot dog, have a pop. You know. Well, as usual, we really appreciate everybody, and thanks for coming.
You're welcome, Tom. I love coming
You
here,
always,
really.
you always have some really cool things to show us, and
What about me, Tom?
Gee, I didn't forget about you now, did I? Oh, that was very bad. Are you in the market for binoculars from the U-boat?
Well, I want that pilot's badge, actually.
Oh, that's what yeah, that pilot's badge.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of
Yeah, a lot of good
things
stuff
here,
this
yeah.
time. Yeah.
So anyhow, collectors, thanks for bearing with us, and we appreciate everybody watching. And if we can do anything for you, please contact us with an email or a telephone call. And do they have your?
Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Collectibles in Millville, New Jersey.
Right.
856-300-5288 if you want to call.
That's all.
What
I
about
need.
your email?
I'm sorry.
Your
Email is
You don't even
Smith
know it.
Jackson 08332 @gmail.com.
Okay. How about you take us out, Furman?
All right, well, hey, thanks for having me. I had a great time. Tom is so cool. He's a neat guy, man, I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, you're the best photographer in the whole world.
I want to thank Mom for coming too. You put up with us all this time.
Yep,
I think you drank all the champagne though, didn't
I
you, Mom?
did. I'm a little woozy here.
You a little woozy?
I'm a little woozy.
Well, we're glad to have you. And
Good, thanks
thank
for
you so
having
much
me.
for coming. And so, okay, collectors, we'll see you next time. And Prost. Goodbye.